Hannah's story serves as a powerful reminder that even in our waiting, there is purpose. Her unwavering faith and persistence in prayer demonstrate the strength found in surrendering our deepest desires to a higher power. It is in these moments of surrender that we open ourselves to the possibility of transformation, where our pain can be turned into purpose, and our struggles into testimonies of resilience and hope. Life often challenges us with seasons of waiting, where answers seem distant and the path forward is obscured. Yet, these seasons are not without meaning. They teach us patience, deepen our faith, and prepare us for the blessings to come. Like Hannah, we may find that the very thing we long for is not just about fulfilling our own desires, but is part of a greater plan, one that impacts others in ways we cannot yet see. As we navigate our own journeys, Hannah's story encourages us to hold on to hope and to trust that even in silence, there is divine orchestration at work. The miracles we seek may not always arrive in the form we expect, but they often exceed what we could have imagined. In the end, our struggles have the potential to shape us into stronger, more compassionate individuals, ready to embrace the blessings that await. The first sign that God may be preparing something extraordinary in our lives is the feeling of deep surrender. This is a pivotal moment when we finally let go of our need for control and trust in God's plan. Imagine standing at the edge of the Red Sea, much like Moses, with the enemy closing in behind you and the waters before you. The weight of uncertainty is heavy, and the instinct to fight or flee is overwhelming. Yet, in that moment of surrender, when you release your grip on the reins of your life, you open yourself to the possibility of divine intervention. It's a moment that transcends fear, where you acknowledge that your understanding is limited, and you invite God to take the lead. This surrender is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a profound act of faith that allows God to work miracles in ways we cannot foresee. As we open our hearts to these blessings, our perspective begins to shift. The weight of our struggles may not vanish, but the strength to endure them grows. Gratitude takes root, transforming our outlook and allowing us to see life through a lens of hope and faith. Each breadcrumb becomes a beacon, reminding us that even in uncertainty, there is purpose and meaning. These moments of grace encourage us to trust in the journey, even when the path ahead seems unclear. They teach us to embrace the present, finding joy in simplicity and solace in connection. Whether through acts of kindness, the beauty of creation, or the quiet reassurance of prayer, these blessings remind us that we are deeply loved and never forsaken. In recognizing these signs, we also learn to be a blessing to others. Just as we are strengthened by God's gentle reminders, we can extend that same love and care to those who are struggling. A listening ear, a heartfelt prayer, or a simple act of compassion can become someone else's breadcrumb, guiding them toward hope and healing. In this way, the cycle of grace continues, spreading light in places that need it most. This perspective doesn't dismiss the pain or hardship we face, but reframes them as part of a larger, divine narrative. It encourages us to trust in the process, even when the outcome is unclear. Like Joseph, we may not immediately understand why we are facing certain trials, but faith assures us that there is purpose in the pain. Every setback can be a setup for something greater. Every closed door can redirect us to a path we never imagined, and every moment of waiting can refine us for what lies ahead. Embracing this mindset also allows us to inspire others. Our stories of perseverance and faith can serve as a beacon of hope to those navigating their own struggles. Just as Joseph's journey became a source of inspiration for generations, our ability to rise above challenges can leave a lasting impact on the lives of those around us. In the end, it's not just about overcoming hardships, but about who we become in the process, and how our transformation can reflect the light of God's grace and purpose. This peace does not mean the absence of challenges or hardships, but rather a steady confidence that we are not alone in facing them. It empowers us to navigate life's uncertainties with courage and resilience, knowing that God's plans for us are ultimately for our good. This divine peace transforms our perspective, allowing us to focus not on the size of our problems, but on the greatness of the one who holds us through them. It invites us to rest, even in the midst of chaos, and to trust that His timing and purpose are perfect. When we embrace this peace, it becomes a testimony to others, a light shining in a world often plagued by anxiety and despair. It's a reminder that true peace cannot be manufactured or found in fleeting pleasures, but is a gift that flows from a deep and abiding connection with God. So, in every season, whether in joy or sorrow, may we seek this peace that surpasses all understanding, allowing it to guard our hearts and minds as we place our trust fully in Him. Another sign that God may be preparing something extraordinary is the repetition of hopeful messages in our lives. These can manifest as scripture verses that resonate deeply, songs that echo our sentiments, or even conversations with others that seem to speak directly to our situation. When we begin to notice these recurring themes, it is as if God is whispering promises of hope and encouragement into our hearts. Just as Hannah clung to her faith in prayer, these messages serve as reminders that God is not distant. He is intimately involved in our lives, guiding us and reassuring us of His plans. They encourage us to hold on, to keep believing, and to remain open to the miracles that may be just around the corner. As we reflect on these signs, it becomes clear that preparation is essential for the miracles God may be orchestrating in our lives. It calls for intentionality in our prayers, it has a willingness to surrender control, and an openness to recognizing the blessings that surround us. We must cultivate a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities and embraces the peace that comes from trusting in God's timing. In doing so, we align ourselves with God's purpose and position ourselves to receive the extraordinary gifts He has in store. These divine fingerprints often appear in the form of small, seemingly ordinary moments. An encouraging word from a friend, a door opening where one was firmly shut, or a sense of peace that washes over us in the midst of chaos. They remind us that even in our waiting, God is weaving together a story far greater than we can imagine. It is in these moments that we are called to persevere, to remain steadfast in prayer, and to trust that the delays and detours are not denials, but redirections towards something better. As we embrace this perspective, we begin to see our struggles not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth. They refine us, strengthen our character, and draw us closer to God. Just as gold is purified through fire, our faith is deepened through trials. And when the answers to our prayers finally come, we can look back and see how every step of the journey prepared us for the blessings we now hold. So, let us approach each day with a heart open to God's guidance, eyes attuned to His signs, and a spirit willing to trust His timing. For in surrendering to His will, we discover not only the fulfillment of our desires, but also the immeasurable joy of walking hand in hand with the one who loves us beyond measure.